Hey you guys, look at us on a little filming roll. Today I thought we could do a little bit of a chatty get ready with me. I have a bunch of products kicking around that I've been meaning to try, and I just wanted to kind of chit chat with you guys, update you on my life situation. Just put those down. That was unnecessary. I was reading through my comments on the video where I talked about my depression and stuff like that, and I was seeing a lot of you guys asking for updates on how I'm feeling, which is very lovely and sweet of you. And also if I had any kind of like tips for you guys regarding how I deal with mental health and taking care of myself. And the answer is I don't take care of myself. But I can hum a tune. I can make you believe. So anyways, let's do this. I'm gonna get my Legolas hairstyle going. Okay, I'm gonna put on my little Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter thing. I'm gonna put that in the center of my face. I'm gonna put it on my cheekbones, pretty much all over my nose, my forehead. And I'm just going to press that into my skin with a little beauty blender. I'm going to be using the same mixture that I used in my last video, which I will link either here or here. One of the two. So, as I said, a lot of you guys are asking me for updates on how I've been feeling. If you don't know, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I did a video about 2 months ago talking about just like how I deal with depression, some of the kind of downsides of doing social media as a job, and I got such an incredible response from that video from you guys. I really was so just like touched and blown away by how kind everyone was to me and just how like understanding people were. The whole time I was filming that video, I was like, oh my God, I sound like the most privileged brat on the planet. And I was really nervous to upload it because obviously I was like not at a very good place in my life right then. I was just really taken aback and really pleasantly like surprised with how you guys responded to that and how understanding you guys were, and it just really helped me a lot. And I also thought it was cool how many of you guys reached out to me kind of sharing your own stories and talking about how you guys deal with, you know, similar situations. So thank you. I'm gonna apply this with a brush and then probably stipple over it with my beauty blender. So for those of you that were asking for an update, touch and go. Kind of the nature of most mental illnesses is that some days you'll feel totally fine and you'll be like, what is mental illness? I feel great. And then other days you'll be like, oh, that's okay. Yeah, I thought that was gone, but nope. There it is. So that's kind of how it's been for me over the last couple of months. I really tried to spend some time kind of disconnecting. I started reading a lot more. I started to try and spend less time on my phone. I spent more time kind of reaching out to, you know, my friends, my family, all that kind of stuff, and tried to just really like socialize more and get out of the house because I think a lot of what was kind of bringing me down was just that isolation and constantly being by myself and just being alone with my thoughts all the time. It's really hard. It kind of weighs on you. But more than anything, I mean, so many people have been like, what are you doing? Like, what helped? Blah, blah, blah. And honestly, the thing that helps me the most is just kind of waiting it out. Like, obviously I try and do healthy things like go to the gym and, you know, go talk to a doctor if I need to and eat healthier and spend time with friends and talk it out and like all these kinds of, like, I try to do these things, of course. For me, like, it's so cyclical. Like, it kind of comes and goes where like I'll have like a really bad couple of weeks or month or whatever, and then I'll have a couple months where I'm totally fine and I don't really feel that bad, and maybe I have a few bad days sprinkled throughout, but it's like fine. And then I'll kind of go back down into a really bad kind of state where I'm really not feeling good. But this most recent kind of like bout for me was the worst I've ever had. Like, I've never felt that low in my life. I still am kind of struggling to get out of it, but I now feel like I'm getting back to the point where like I can at least make it through my day and be a little bit more productive and kind of push myself to do things. Whereas like a couple of months ago, I was like, I can't, like, I physically cannot do this. So yeah, I think the biggest thing for me during that time was just kind of trying to strike a balance of, you know, letting myself be sad and letting myself feel shitty and then being like, okay, but now let's do something small to kind of make this day worthwhile, basically. So if you are at a super, super low point, I would say the biggest thing is just making sure that you're doing at least one thing a day that you feel like doing, and at least one thing a day that you should be doing, like drinking water, going to the gym, eating healthy, going for a walk, getting fresh air, taking your dogs outside, like whatever it is. It can be super small, it can be big, taking a shower, like whatever it is, just like something that you want to do, which might be something fun, like watching Netflix or playing guitar or calling a friend or whatever, something small like that that you want to do, and something that you should be doing that's good for you and good for your health. I really am such a believer in getting outside. I just went for like a big long hike yesterday, and I just can't even tell you guys, like going for hikes and just being in nature and getting fresh air and stuff like that makes such a big difference for me. So I really just try and push myself to get back to a point where I'm doing small things like that to help myself. So yeah, I've been doing, you know, a little bit better. I feel like I'm kind of getting some momentum in terms of work ethic and wanting to get stuff done and wanting to film and all that kind of stuff. So I just put that fully on my eyeball. So anyways, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of momentum going, so I'm trying to just stick with it. And because I feel like filming, I'm trying to just get as much done right now as I possibly can without burning myself out. I think the biggest thing is just honestly listening to your body and like what you want and what you feel like you need. I definitely am grateful that I have the opportunity to be able to kind of cope with my mental illness in a very different way than a lot of people are able to, because I'm able to take the time off and because I'm able to step away when I need to and spend, you know, like a good day relaxing or doing whatever I need to do. And I know that there's so many people that are in such a different position where they really don't have that kind of luxury to be able to, you know, put down whatever they need to put down to focus on themselves, which honestly is, it's scary in a way because mental health is such like a hard thing to deal with, especially by yourself. And I think it's unfortunate because there's so many people that are in a position, you know, that they don't have the time or the resources or the ability to be able to deal with it because they have so many responsibilities that they can't step away from. And mental health isn't something that's regarded as, you know, something worthwhile to like leave work for instance, which I just think is such an unfortunate fact of life because it truly is crippling in some scenarios. I really didn't get too many comments like this on my video, but there were a couple comments of people being like, oh my God, why can't you just get up and do stuff? And it's like, exactly, why can't I? But that's kind of the issue of mental health and the stigma around it, is that people don't understand, and even people that have it sometimes don't understand or don't know what it is because there is so much stigma around it and there's not enough education, and there's also not enough resources for people to get their hands on to help themselves. And so we're living, you know, much less productive and happy lives because of things like mental illness, and it's just not taken seriously by very many people, considering that it affects so many people. But anyways, I do really appreciate you guys checking in with me and just kind of, you know, being patient, and I think it's just really cool, and you guys are really chill and awesome. I'm gonna go finish up my brows off camera, and then we're gonna jump back. We're going to focus on our little eye situation. Okay, so I asked you guys on Twitter if you wanted to see a tutorial with the new Kylie Jenner bronze palette, and you said no, so we're gonna do that anyways, because I like to defy your wishes, clearly. And because I don't have any other new palette to talk about, so we're just gonna just suck it up, okay? Okay, fantastic. I'm gonna go with this color right here. I'm gonna take that color on my Smith 232 brush, and I'm going to bring it across my crease and my outer corner. Okay, then I'm gonna pick up maybe this color. It's like a little bit more of a warm toned bronze. And I'm using my Smith 230 brush for this, a little bit smaller guy. And I am just kind of darkening up that outer corner. This tutorial is gonna be groundbreaking. I recognize that this is very new age, and many of you have probably never seen anything like this before, but that's the thing about art, you know what I mean? It's meant to be uncomfortable. It's meant to be, you know, something that makes you go, wow, I'm gonna stop with this whole spiel. I'm gonna pick up this little dark color here. Wow, this is blending out like a Kardashian dream. So what else is going on? Let me think about this. We booked this house on Vancouver Island, and it's like this big house on the lake, and they have canoes and kayaks and bikes and a boat and paddle boards and we invited a bunch of couples to come with us. So Alana and her new boo are joining. Jamie Page, Christy and her husband are coming, and then some of Matt's friends. We're just gonna have a grand old weekend in the sunshine and, you know, spend time on a freshwater lake and high five and eat Cheetos and play board games. The high fiving being the most important part. So yeah, that's the plan for the May long weekend. I think it'll be really nice to just kind of like relax, recharge. I get that Kylie's doing her thing over here, but Tarte released their new chrome paints, and the chrome paints are like one of my favorite makeup products on the planet. So I'm gonna use this instead of this. Also, I thought this was good. They put little like pressers in here, which I thought was really good because it kind of holds the product in there because it's, the product is very loosely pressed. So if you've ever bought some of these, you might notice that like sometimes they come pressed, sometimes they come broken. And when they break, it's just kind of like, yep, well, that's broken now. So I like that they put the plastic things in the new ones because if it does break, you can kind of just like press it back down and it squishes that product back together. So good job, Tarte. Just wondering if I should put down a little bit of eye primer to like really make this situation happen. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take some more of my Urban Decay primer potion. Okay, so I'm packing that primer onto my brush. Ooh, that was a little bit too much packed. And I'm just going to put that down going from the inner corner. And I'm not making this super precise. I'm not looking for a cut crease situation. I want to keep it kind of like bronzy, smoky. So we don't need to go too crazy with that. And then you can take a little brush and one of the colors we blended out with and just kind of make a little gradient by tapping over top of that primer. I'm gonna press into the chrome paint with my same brush. This is the one called Sun Drenched. And I'm just going to pack that onto my lid. Good God, this is the best, am I gonna say this right now? I think I am. This is the best metallic shadow formula I've ever used in my life. How it swatches is exactly how it goes onto the eye. With a brush, with your finger, like it doesn't matter. Like it literally is that intense and it stays that intense throughout the day. What if I just layered 2 of these right now? Oh my God, who am I? I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of Beach Babe, just a light dusting of that, and I'm going to blend it over top of what we already got going on here. So this is looking really like bronzy and delicious. And then I think, ooh, maybe I'll add a little bit of blue. I do have these little like Kardashian things here. What is this? I'm gonna use this little eye pencil. This is in the color Genus. Oh, is this what I want in my life? I'm gonna bring that along my inner lash line, but I'm also gonna kind of work it between my lashes. And I'm bringing that right into that inner corner. And then I'm just taking a clean brush and I am just blending that out. This brush is so scratchy. I think this is my MAC 217. Feels like I'm applying this with like a cat's fucking talon. You know what? That color's actually really pretty. I'm actually pretty happy with this right now. I'm just gonna take a little bit of like kind of a slightly pearlescent beige color, and I'm just going to add that into the inner corner. I'm describing it that way because I'm using something from a different eyeshadow palette, but I don't want you guys to be like, why would you use 2 eyeshadow palettes? You guys have this color. It's somewhere, you know? Okay, jumping back to my Kylie palette, I'm going to use that little dark brown again, and I'm going to put it on my outer corner. My eye's so watery. I always want to use this guy for doing this because I see other people on Instagram doing it, but it doesn't work that well. It just gets fallout everywhere where there doesn't need to be fallout. But I keep trying to believe, and it keeps hurting my feelings. I'm gonna use a regular angle brush like a normal person. I'm really having some problems with this lifting off my inner corner, and I'm pretty upset about that. I think it's because I applied it with the scratchiest cat brush. Okay, well, you know what? You win some, you lose some. Kylie, I have truly had the time of my life using your palette. Thank you for creating such a masterpiece. Okay, I'm gonna put eyelashes on my eyes. Figured I'd give you a little eye close-up before we zoom out to the rest of this face. Wow. Beach extravaganza. Loving it. What do I want to put on my little face? Oh, I forgot I was going to use these all over my face, but now I'll just use them for my contour, I guess. So I have the Nude Sticks Tinted Blur Nudies. They're like a tinted blur stick, so they're not really meant to be a foundation. They're meant to more so be just something to kind of like even out the skin tone. So I'm using Deep 9 to contour here. So creamy. Okay, I'm going to take my little beauty blender and, oh, maybe I should have applied less of that. Okay, I'll take that up here because I applied quite a bit just now. Blends out very beautifully onto the skin. Okay, beautiful. I like that. I know that we don't use powders on this channel, but just look at it. Oh, and it smells like Halle Berry in the Barbados on vacation, and she just applied sunscreen. And it's not cheap sunscreen like we use, it's like Tom Ford sunscreen maybe. That's what it smells like, and that's what I want my face to smell like. So I'm gonna apply this, even though it looks glittery as shit. I'm gonna put this on because I want that essence on my face. So this is the Estee Lauder. It's a secret. It just has like a sample sticker on the back. So I'm taking a lot of that on my brush, and I'm going to, oh, that's glittery as shit. That's okay, it's gonna be a look. It's gonna be a look. Glittery mess is an understatement for this. Okay, lips. I don't really have anything new for my lips. Oh yeah, you guys liked that little like look I did the other day. Okay, so I'm gonna take Urban Decay's 100 Degrees Sheer Lipstick. I'm gonna apply a little bit of that. Oh, I should have put on lip balm. And then I'm taking Glossier Leo lipstick, and I'm going to really like put a ton of that over top. Okay, beautiful. And then I'm gonna take the Glossier Gloss, and I'm going to layer that over top as well. This gloss is the fucking bomb. I think that I might have layered something else over top of it as well, but I can't remember. So I'm just gonna cap it at 3 lip products. Anyways, you guys, that is everything for today. That's the finished look. That's my little chatty update. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something cool today. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comments below. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.